Welcome to another adventure with Getting Lost. And today we are actually along the Sungei Ulu Pandan. And here we're going to explore this area here. And in the distance there's actually a very iconic structure. A structure from the past of Singapore, of Malaysia. So if we're going to find out what that is, why it is important, why is it historic, you just have to join me after the intro, which is going to happen now, soon, exactly now. Welcome back. So in the distance, what you see is actually a bridge, but it's just not any old bridge. It's a railway bridge, an old steel railway bridge, which is not used at the moment. But before that, let's look at this bird here, which is an egret, and it's just slowly enjoying eating along the riverside. Look at that. And more along the river, the other side of the river. And this river we are along is the Sungei Ulu Pandan. And what we are going to look at is more birds. Look at that. I wonder if I can get closer and get a better look at the bird. I think it may be possible. Let's just walk closer to this old railway bridge. As you can see, this bridge here is a very iconic silhouette along this river here. And this bridge also has a bit of history. This bridge and this whole line that runs along the bridge is actually a railway bridge. So it used to be part of the Malaysian railway line, and this was part of the Jurong railway section. So this line was actually completed in 1966, and when it was completed, it was a very busy railway. It connected Malaysia, moving goods and raw material from Malaysia to Jurong port, and from there around the world. So at its peak, it moved around maybe 2 to 3 million tons of cargo, and the train frequency along this line could be as much as 7 to 10 times a day. But over the decades, with the advent of better transport options and the decline in demand for rail transport, the railway line and this bridge was used less and less, and finally it ceased operations in the mid 1990s. But it still has a very nice silhouette across the river, a very nice iconic presence along the river. a reminder of Singapore's old transport history, and along a very old river and also a very old bridge. And it's stark contrast to the distance there, where there is a modern bridge and modern MRT track. So here it is, the bridge. We have walked past the bridge. We have now walking along the river here, and you can see this river here is very clean because there are lots of fishes in the water, and it's also getting much wider now. And let's just keep walking and let's see what else we can find. And like I said, there's the bridge, but as I was walking, I noticed there's this big concrete slab here. So if there's a concrete slab here, then I suspect that somewhere inside there could be remnants of the railway track. So let's see whether I can climb up there, and let me see whether I can find that exact railway track, and let's see what we can find there. So we can climb up here. There's a flight of stairs that will connect me to the block in Clementi. HDB blocks you can see at the background there. So we climb up here, we can see what we can find. And the track, as you can see here, is actually much closer to the HDB flats than I expected. But as you can see, look at that, these are actually the railway tracks. So that direction, it will finally bring you to Malaysia, and on this direction, it will probably bring you to, at this direction, it will probably bring you to Malaysia. That direction, probably to Jurong. So as you can see here, lots of the wooden planks have already rotted away, and what you can see mainly is just the two steel tracks and maybe the metal holdings, metal fittings, metal screws at the side. But majority of the wood has rotted away. And as we reach closer to the bridge, you can actually see that this place here totally abandoned, and the bridge has actually been sealed off because it will not be good to have people walking on the bridge, especially with the condition of the bridge we saw earlier. But luckily I can actually put my camera above and we can actually have a proper look at the condition of the bridge, and it's definitely not safe for people to walk across. It's very rusted, and the wood planks in between is rotting, and you also have lots of trees growing across under everything, so definitely not safe for you to walk. And who is Samo? Look at that. But so the bridge is in that direction. Anyway, we are back along the river and we'll continue walking. And look at these birds here. They are just walking right in front of me. They are not flying away. They are not doing anything. Look at that. Isn't that a bit... Like I said, the birds are not afraid of human. They're just walking along, not very hurried, doing their thing. Just that I'm around. But still, look at that. A modern bridge as compared to the old railway bridge. A modern vehicular bridge. And if you look at the river here, the river does look very, very scenic and restful. And I can actually understand why the birds here are so unworried, because you have such a nice environment to enjoy. Look at that, more birds around. So many birds. And they're just walking along the riverside, probably looking for bugs, probably looking for worms or whatever things that they can eat. Critters. Like I said, a very good place for you to look at birds. Many, many birds to look at. Oh, where is that? Oh, yep. These are actually minor birds. Very noisy birds, especially in the morning. Anyway, so the road that's crossing across the bridge is Clementi Avenue 6. And unfortunately, we're going to end our adventure here this time at this bridge. So I hope you enjoyed this scenic, beautiful location, this scenic, beautiful place, and these new HDB flats that are in the process of being built. And so, in the future, this place here will not be as remote as we expect, or as we want, or as we like. But before that, please do me a favor, please help me by liking this video, sharing this video, and also subscribing to this channel. And lastly, but the most important thing, the thing that you have to do is to join me for my next adventure, like this bird here, which I think is a kingfisher. So join me. Bye bye.